Once the application is installed, it's enough to open it. It appears the splash screen and you have to create a new aquarium. Here you read the press settings to choose Waivers network. If already connected, click on Next. So I will have to select the Rossmont network, which is corresponding to the device I have just plugged in the wall outlet. I select it and I wait for a message here, connected with no internet. In some devices will appear a screen with written the Wi-Fi has no internet access, and it's enough to say stay connected, yes. So I can come back to the screen and I select next. Now it's connecting to the waiver. It will check if the new firmware of the module, Wi-Fi, and the firmware of the waiver are both up to date. Otherwise, it will update both modules. In this moment, it's updating the Wi-Fi module here. So I just have to wait for the bar to proceed, and it takes a couple of minutes. It's started right now. This is the process to upgrade an old waiver to the new application. So this is done on the first connection, obviously not in the future ones. Okay, the job is done here. The Wi-Fi module has been updated. It says here, to proceed you must click on settings and forget Rossmont network. Because when you are in direct connection, which means directly from the smartphone or tablet toward the waiver, the Wi-Fi needs to be forgotten in settings. So I click on next and I click settings again. Here I just see that Rossmont here must be forgotten. And also, okay, this is the one because I have two waivers on the same network here, so I have to check this one, which was the previous one. I select it again, and like before, I wait for the message connected with no internet. I wait for the message here, Wi-Fi has no internet access, so I stay connected, yes. Then I get back to the previous screen and I hit next again. Now it's connecting to the waiver and it's checking if the Wi-Fi and the firmware needs a further update. Now it's updating the firmware, not the Wi-Fi firmware, the firmware itself, which is the second and last update from an old waiver to a new application. This is a bit longer and it requires almost 2.5 minutes. And during this update, the waiver will blink. In case you got stuck in this passage here, for example, an error or something like a login error, just get back to the previous screen on settings and forget the network and reconnect to it, or in the worst case you have to unplug the waiver, but normally it works at the first attempt. The waiver here is still blinking. At the end of this percentage bar, it will completely shut off its LEDs. But okay, right now all the LEDs of the waiver have switched off. And in this precise moment, it's necessary to not, for any reason, unplug the waiver, because it's flashing the firmware in its memory. And in this moment, the LEDs are still off. And in this precise moment, all the 3 LEDs have shut on and are fixed. All the 3 LEDs, the white LEDs and the 2 blue LEDs are fixed. This is the second part of flashing, and it's almost finished. The upgrade for a new waiver from the old application is necessary to use the application. If something goes wrong, don't panic, because it's enough to unplug the waiver and plug it again. And the old firmware is mirrored in the half part of the memory of the waiver, so there's not the risk to lose the waiver at all. Okay, in this precise moment, the waiver has rebooted, and now the upgrade is completely finished. Same message of before, so I click on, I have to forget the Rossmont network, okay. So I click on next, and I go to settings, and again okay, this is the network I was connected before, and I forget this network and I reconnect to it. Connected, no internet, okay. I wait for the same message of before. Here it is, no internet access, yes, stay connected. Previous screen, I click on next. Okay, this is normally what you get when you open the application and install a new aquarium, when a waiver is already updated for the application use. So go to home, and here I type the aquarium name, for example, Rossmont Ross Tank. Then I click OK. Here I have the chance to add a photo, but I don't need it now. I click on Next. Here it asks me to customize the password and username, but I don't need it at all in this moment, so I skip it. Here, this passage is necessary to include the waiver into the home Wi-Fi network. So I allow the use of the GPS because it's needed for locating the Wi-Fi network in the area. I type previous screen, and here it will appear the network I have here. But in this moment I don't need to include the waiver in the Wi-Fi network at home. I can use the direct connection, so I skip this passage for the moment. And here I have the first screen, the home screen.